Welcome to Top Four,
Top four.
where we do the top four of things in comic books or pop culture that we find cool. And this week, if you can't guess, we're doing cloaks. This is my cool storm cloak that a friend made for me. It is +5 against rain until it gets soaking wet. Then it's -3 against rain because it's wool. It's a fun cloak. But there's a ton of magical cloaks out there, a ton of tech cloaks out there, even. There's a lot to choose from. So we're talking about a cloak, anything that's like something like over the shoulder or that you can use as a cape or a cowl or something. Not as a squeaky toy, which I'm going to get rid of in a second. How's everybody doing, by the way?
Doing
Good.
well.
Good.
That's good. Who's got the first cloak?
Josh does.
Okay. This is a tough one. There's a lot of them out there. I think I know who Tom's going with. I did not do my massive list today as I kind of forgot and lost a little time. But I am gonna go with good old Rory Regan, Ragman.
Hey, Josh,
Nice.
why would
Excellent.
you take Ragman?
I will drink to
What?
that.
That was mine.
Why was that yours? I didn't
Why
even
was
I
that
did not even
yours?
for a heartbeat consider that would be yours. I
I think that there's only one cloak for Tom.
So,
you did.
Ragman, one of the great mystic characters of the DC universe,
Yeah.
he is a family lineage that has been cursed to be the Ragman, or in which they capture the souls of evil people, and it adds a new rag to his cloak, and he can then draw upon those trapped souls to tap into them to give himself more speed, more strength, that kind of stuff. And it actually is, he thought it was a punishment for the evil souls that he did, but he eventually learned that it's a road to redemption for these souls. The If they agree to help him, they are on their path to freeing themselves and moving on to the afterlife. So
Yeah. So
awesome
it looks like the
character.
other's cooler than that.
Yeah, he can take a lot of damage too, because you get a lot of evil people in that cloak.
Yeah, well, I love the Ragman. I love the first appearance in the comic books. That origin story has changed a couple of times. I just think it's really good. It really draws me in. That was my first pick. I have a second pick that I like too, but I want to see if anyone else screws me over.
Fair.
Mike, who's your number two? Who's your number one?
I'm gonna go with the Hood from
The Hood's a
Marvel
great
Oh,
one.
that's
Comics.
good. That cloak. Yeah.
Yeah, a a, a low level
A low level,
supervillain.
but really smart thug.
Yeah, a smart thug who then takes that street smarts and elevates it by making a pact with a demon and becoming one of the heavy hitters of the Marvel universe. I really enjoyed the cloak, or excuse me, not the cloak, the hood.
A hood. It is kind of a short cloak because that's more fancy, I suppose. Kind of like sometimes it actually looks like a sweatshirt, even, but it is a cloaky kind of hood kind of thing. It's red. It gives him magic powers. He has his two magic guns. He gets teleportation, limited flying, all kinds of cool mesmer powers. So yeah, I agree. That is a cool one. I wouldn't mind having that one myself. LT, you're up. Swing it away.
I'm gonna go with the obvious. I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange's cloak. As we saw in the cinematic Marvel universe, it had a lot of character to it. It was very loyal to Doctor Strange, and it's fantastic. I mean, just look at it. It's very classic, burgundy, gold. You can't go wrong.
Like wearing your best friend.
Stylish.
It's a dog you can wear.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Dog you
exactly.
can wear.
It is.
It really does have its own personality. In the Marvel universe, they say these magic items pick the magician it will serve. That plays out in the comic book a little bit, but this cloak was more granted to him when he ascended to Sorcerer Supreme, along with the Eye of Agamotto. A great cloak and really cool. Lots of powers. You get the flying. It's somewhat resistant because we've seen him, duck into the damn thing.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Very
Cool.
protective.
Very cool.
Plus, I mean, it is conscious. So if there is danger, it can get an unconscious Doctor Strange the hell out of danger, and that's a big thing.
Big
Huge.
win.
Yeah, that's happened a lot of times, and it's cool. Josh, I'm dying to know, who did you think my number one pick was going to be?
Sheila the Thief.
Yeah, Sheila the Thief was like what I thought.
That is my number 1 and 2. Sheila the Thief has the super cool cloak of invisibility. I did trade off for Ragman, though, because I was like, all right, I got Sheila the Thief. I'm pretty sure I'm going to say that. But then I thought about how cool Ragman was, and he is cool.
Beautiful.
Sheila the Thief really captured my imagination when I was a kid because I always play a rogue type character. I don't always play a rogue type character, but that is the way I kind of tend towards because I think it suits my personality well. Having the cloak of invisibility just right at your fingertips all the time, which is really cool. And she was cute. There's a couple of things going on there.
Reasonable.
I got a couple of honorable mentions. You guys got a couple of honorable mentions?
Sure.
Sure.
The Cape, short-lived TV show. I liked The Cape. I'm going to start a new segment instead of 3 to 18 if I don't have a good one. I'm going to call it Movies Only Tom Liked. And I think The Cape is one of them. I thought The Cape was pretty cool and a fun romp. But that cape was pretty cool because it was a magician's cape that had magician's tricks sewn into it. So he can produce throwing cards and throwing knives, and he can use it as a whip, and he can use it to swing and balance. It was cool.
I vaguely remember that.
It was great. It was 2011.
It was
somewhere
back
around
there. Yeah.
somewhere, and he had all the powers of a carny.
That's exactly it. The carnival folk gave him the old cape of a magician, and they taught him carny stuff. That was his powers. He had the powers of carnies, and he smelled like soup. And
So,
small.
Tom, I think your segment should actually be 10 episodes or less. And only look at shows.
Some of them are movies only I liked,
Okay.
Which is less than 10 episodes.
which is less than 10 episodes. Any other? I also want to give a shout out to Tatterdemalion. Guys, remember him? A low-level bad guy who hated riches.
Money.
He hated
Yeah.
money.
He destroyed money instead of stealing it, right?
That's right. He destroyed money. His cloak and his touch had a corrosive ability. It was really, really good against paper, so it could corrode money very quickly, but it could also corrode down to like expensive sports cars and other things. It just took longer. Kind of a fun anti-establishment character, and I kind of like the Tatterdemalion.
And let us not forget Cloak from Cloak and
Cloak.
Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger. I don't know if I like his cloak. I certainly wouldn't want to use it.
No, but I mean, it was
It is
useful.
cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If
Man.
you want to banish people into a hell dimension of freezing cold, it's very useful.
Very useful.
Also, could use it to transport himself and, Dagger wherever he wanted, pretty much.
He did. Quick question. I'm not sure on this. Could he do it himself? I think he needed Dagger's light to guide him out of the darkness. So I think they can only teleport together. I have to double
I don't
check.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
And they're not actually teleporting; they're transferring through the dark
Transferring.
dimension
Yeah.
to another
Yes,
location.
they're
Yeah.
moving into the dark
Moving
dimension
into dimension, then moving out.
and then coming
where
out
they want
in
it.
another spot. That's kind of what Nightcrawler does too, in a different dimension.
It is. They call
the-
that teleporting.
He's going through the brimstone dimension. That's
Yep.
why it stinks of sulfur every time he does it.
Stinky.
Bamf.
All right. I think that does. Josh, I don't think you had an honorable mention for us. You got one?
Another cloak. No.
Batman's cowl is cool and cloak and cowl, but I don't think of it when I think of cool cloaks. I just don't. It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is weird because, it does a lot of things. I mean, it helps protect him. It helps him glide down buildings.
no gaps.
Yeah, but it's really just a cloak.
Yeah, it's over the shoulders. That's my line of demarcation. It goes over the shoulders, man. It's a cloak. Stop saying it's a cape. All right, that does it for us. If you enjoyed listening to us ramble on about this, you can go and subscribe to this beautiful YouTube channel. right? It's up here, it's up there. Subscribe, hit like. If you don't, that's fine too. Our feelings are slightly hurt, but not terribly hurt. But if you want to listen even more, you can listen to our podcast, which you can find anywhere, and it's the Long Box Guys. That's us. And you'll know it's the right one because it'll look like the back of Mike's. Yeah, that's going to look just like that.
It's gonna have
And
that
if
logo.
you really want to support us, you can find us on Patreon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do all those things.
Oh,
Support us. Have some fun with us. And if there's a cloak that we missed, and I'm sure there is,
A lot.
there's got to be a couple. I'm sure there's some. If there's a cloak we missed and you want us to add it next time, just let us know here in the comments. And thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.